Hey guys, oh my god. Hey guys, it's Precious here. But I have to make this fast because it is hotter than Dave Franco out here. And yeah, I am behind my mom's job. I tried to film a video the other day, but things did not go right. So now this is kind of like a last minute video. It might suck, but like, what's new? I'm gonna be so sad if somebody comes out this door. Anyways, if the lighting's bad, I'm sorry, I can't really see my phone. So in today's video, I am going to be telling a story time, as you guys know. Another one. These are both of the times I got robbed. Well, not me, but like, you know, my house, my home. Can you stop? I'm trying to make a video. Let's get started. So the very first time I got robbed was when I lived in like a townhouse apartment type thing, and I lived there with, it was a 2-bedroom, I think. Yeah, it was a 2-bedroom, which kind of sucked because it was me, my grandma, my brother, my uncle's wife, my mom, and my dad. There were 7 of us in a 2-bedroom apartment. I was probably like 9 or 10, but I remember this like pretty clearly because it was like scary as hell. Yeah, it was kind of a long time ago. What up? It's like 1 o'clock in the morning, but you know, I have to add this in there. I started talking about the night that we got robbed. Yeah. So yeah. And it was just me, my brother, my grandma, my grandma's friend, and her son. And we were all in the living room watching TV. Me, my grandma, and my brother were sitting on like a 3-seat couch together, and my grandma's friend and her son were sitting on like another couch next to us. So we were all watching TV, and somebody comes like knocking on the door, you know, and they're like, "Hey dude, what's up?" And they ask something, and my grandma was like, "No, sorry." And I think they were asking for somebody, and they were like, my grandma was like, "No, she's not here." So she closes the door, then they come back, and my grandma opened the door again, was like, "Hey dude," and like they're talking for a minute, and just like a group of people come rushing in, and I start crying like a little baby. So I start crying. I'm like screaming and crying. We're being held at gunpoint, dude. Like, shut up. And like my grandma was in jail like a lot for like half her life. And so like my grandma kind of like wasn't really scared. And like she like stood up to the guy who was like holding the gun at us, and she was like, "I ain't scared about your gun, like back up, like get out." And I screamed at her. I was like, "Grandma," not like screamed at her like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Grandma." I was like calling for her, and she like looks at us, and our like stairs, our railing is metal, so like if he would have shot, it would have like hit the staircase, the railing, and it would have like bounced off and hit like one of us. And she like thought about that. She was like, "What if it hits one of us?" So she sat down. So I guess one of the people who were robbing us knew our family, and there was like a bunch of pictures of like our family on the walls. And she calls one of the guys, and she's like, "Dude." And my grandma goes, "What are we gonna call her? We're gonna call her Shaniqua." I don't know. No. Yeah, we're gonna call her Shaniqua. And so my grandma goes, "Shaniqua, is that you? Are you for real?" So they all rushed out the house. My mom, my uncle, and my dad were out. They were getting crunk. And my grandma calls them and she's like, dude, like, we just got robbed. Like, our house was broken into. We were held at gunpoint. So they come. And yeah. That's how the story goes. Okay, my second story. This one will be kind of short too. Because I don't remember anything. Let me tell you guys why. I slept through this one. Okay, so I was robbed and we lived at another apartment complex. I was in 5th grade. I don't know how old I was. And I had my friend over. We'll call her Alicia. I had my friend Alicia over. So my grandma's apartment, I like stayed with her a lot. So, but she lived in a studio, which is basically like just like a one room apartment, and like the kitchen, the living room, there's like no bedroom. It's all just one room, and then you have like a closet and a bathroom. That's basically it. The wall went in a little bit, and I had my bunk bed right there. My friend Alicia and I were like sitting in the bunk bed, and my grandma had a friend over, and my friend Alicia had like one of those Obama phones, you know, and it's like, it's free minutes. You get 200 minutes like every month. I don't know. But she had one of those, and my grandma's friend comes over, and when he leaves, Alicia's phone is gone. So like we're like looking for the phone, and she's like, dude, I can't find it. Like, what do I do? And so I fall asleep after like we look for a phone and we can't find it. I fall asleep, and then I wake up to my friend shaking me, and she was like, Precious, wake up, dude, like we gotta go, we gotta get out of here, we gotta go to my house. She lived in the same apartment complex as us. She's like in a different building, and we go to her house, and we end up staying there. And then I go home the next day. I'm like, hey grandma, what happened last night? And she was like, people try to rob us. The guy who I had over earlier that night, yesterday, he came over with Alicia's phone, and he asked me, he was like, is this your phone? And then like my grandma always has like, is suspicious of people, but like she's only suspicious if she knows something is up. And so she was like, I was suspicious, and I was like questioning him. I was like, how did you get her phone? How did you know it was ours? And he was like, well, I don't know, like I just thought it'd be yours. And then people start running into the house. Oh my god. And my grandma, again, like I said, she's been in like prison most of her life, and so she like wasn't really scared or intimidated, and she like jumped up, and she's like old, and she like just had surgery like a couple years before that. She had like a couple of surgeries before that. Like legit, I'm legit, she was like, not today, fool. And they threw it, like she was like backing them out into the hallway, and we lived on the top floor, and like we were friends with the people catty corner to us, and so they come out into the hallway, and my grandma turns around to look at them, and our neighbor goes, turn around. And so she turns around, and they're throwing a freaking chair. So she turns around, and it like hits her in her shoulder, and she grabs the chair and she throws it back. And I slept through the whole thing. They were yelling and everything and throwing chairs and everything, and I'm just sleeping. During this whole thing, they're like yelling at each other. These people try to rob us. These people try to freaking rob us. And my grandma was all gangster. But yeah, that was my last story, and how I got robbed and slept through it, and how I got held at gunpoint. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe somewhere down here, and comment down below, and share this video with your friends and tell them to subscribe. I'll see you guys later, and peace.